Hi gang, Scott here. I have a tip for you today about the transform tool in Lightroom and what I thought was unusual, or at least less usual, use of the tool. Normally we use the transform tool to correct horizontals and verticals in our photo, like you've shot upward at a building, or there's a few things that need to be perpendicular or parallel, and you use the transform tool to kind of push around the perspective of the photo. I had a photo where I was looking at it and I wished I'd photographed it a little bit lower to the ground so that I would reduce and collapse a little bit of the midground for it. It's this photo here. It's out in Death Valley, and this is the finalized image. Let me just turn off the transform for a minute, and you can see the perspective shift where I was really a little higher above ground level. I'm shooting a little more downward at this, this really weird mud circle, and this just felt, kind of too towering, too empty. I wasn't low enough on the ground, but doing a little bit of a transform just changed that perspective, and it's just the vertical option there, along with the constrained crop, so it just cuts off all of the dead space that ends up on the edges. But let me show you what this looks like if I were to reset all of this stuff and turn off the constrained crop so we can see what happens. As I push that vertical, right, it's starting to give me that idea that I'm getting a little lower to the ground. I'm bringing the horizon in some. I already have a crop on this photo, which is why we're only seeing the dead space up here. So let me reset the crop as well, so we really get a full flavor for what's happening. So this is what's going on. I'm tilting this thing, pretty healthy amount, and then using the constrained crop to tighten it in there. And that's really it. That's the tip. The transform tool use in this case was not about straightening lines or getting things parallel or perfectly perpendicular. It was more about just shifting the perspective some on the way the photo feels like it was composed. And it worked pretty well in this case. It was certainly easier than getting back out to Death Valley to retake the photo for sure. But I hope you enjoyed the tip. You got questions, go ahead and drop them below. And until next time, my name's Scott Davenport. Have fun.